Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. So in today's video I'm going to talk about speech filters. Okay, so speech filters are just few rules, you can say, which you need to keep in mind while you're communicating with someone, while you're talking with someone. Okay, so let's look at these rules or speech filters that you need to keep in mind. So basically what we have to do is think before you speak. So that is what we have to do. We have to filter before we speak. We can't just speak our mind wherever and whenever required. Okay, so we need to think before we speak. The first thing that comes to your mind, you have to think about it, that do I say it or I don't say it. Okay, first you need to think about that. Should I be saying it? And if you feel that you have to say it, you need to think about what words do I use to put my message across, or how do I express my thoughts without hurting anyone's feelings. Okay, so you need to judge your own thoughts and filter if needed, that especially your words and sentences that you're going to use while talking to someone. So the question that you need to ask yourself is, do my words need adjusting or do my words need filtering? Next, you need to ask yourself that what is my intention of saying this? Am I trying to hurt the other person or am I trying to help the other person? Is it needed that I say this? Okay, so this is also a very important question you need to ask and think before you speak. Okay, because sometimes we say things to our closed ones and our very friends and relatives that without thinking. So what that does is we think that what we are saying is right, but sometimes you hurt in that process, you hurt someone's feelings in that process. So you need to ask yourself about your intentions. Why are you doing this? Like I was saying, you also need to think about your choice. Do I need to say this? This is the next question that you need to ask. Do I need to say this, or can I just keep it to myself? I don't have to say this. Okay, that's also you need to keep in mind. Another thing that you need to think is about compassion. If I say this, will that person will get hurt, even if I say it very politely, or I can put it in a indirect way? Will it still hurt that person? So you need to have compassion. You need to be able to understand how that person might feel. So compassion also comes in play when it comes to filtering your speech, whatever you are trying to say. So keep this in mind also. Next thing that you need to keep in mind is empathy. You also need to understand the other person's point of view. During a conversation, there's of course more than two or more people. So you need to understand the other person's point of view while speaking. So wait and think about all these things and understand what the other person is saying, then speak. Okay, so these are few things to keep in mind before you speak. Now these were few things that you have to ask yourself. Other than this, there are 3 more questions that you need to ask. That, did I listen properly? Now it is very important to understand that we need to listen to the other person, what they are saying, and listen to it correctly. If you need, cross check with them. Did you say this or did you mean this? Then you can speak, so that you don't misinterpret what they are saying and reply correctly. Another question is, whatever you're trying to say or whatever you're saying, will that embarrass the other person? Like we talked about that, will it hurt the other person? Same way you also need to think that, will it embarrass the other person? Now think of a situation where you are discussing some points at a meeting, in a very formal meeting at your office, and you don't agree with someone's point and you cross question them or you counter them with your points or something, but don't try to embarrass them. Think before you talk. They are your teammates or they are your colleagues. You are working with them all the time. So think before talking, so that you don't hurt someone or you don't embarrass someone in front of others. So this is again another question that you need to ask yourself, that am I embarrassing them by asking them this or talking about this or telling them this? Now, the last and most important thing that you need to ask yourself is that are you being respectful? It is very important during conversations because we live in a society, we interact with people every single day, so we need to be respectful towards each other. If you yourself are expecting respect from others, then you need to be respectful towards others. So watch what you speak. So watch your words, filter your words, think before you speak. So the whole idea was to think before you speak. So these are few things, few questions that you need to ask yourself before communicating with anyone in your life or at your work. So I hope you will keep this in mind and apply this in your everyday life. I hope you learned something about this today, because I don't know if you ever thought about this, because this is very important. If you haven't, start thinking before speaking. So if I helped you, please let me know. Please press the like button so that I will know that I have done something right, I have taught something right. So please let me know in the comments by putting some comments. So next time when you're talking with someone, choose your words carefully. Filter your words. So that's all for today's video. I hope you learned something new today. If yes, please let me know in the comments down below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel. I make videos about English speaking, basically spoken English and English communication. So if you like and enjoy watching such videos, please continue watching and do not forget to subscribe. And of course, share it with your friends and colleagues, your family, everyone in your life. Until next time, keep learning and keep growing. Take care and bye for now.